Let's see. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Come on. Is there anybody even in here? #5842. AnimeChristie. #5842. Oh wait, whoops.
It is our pleasure to welcome...
It's intermission time, folks, so hurry, hurry, hurry. Step right over to our refreshment center for the most extravagant array of refreshment goodies ever assembled under one roof. Enjoy breathtaking, mouth-watering goodies, everything from a snack to a delicious full meal. At our refreshment center, you'll find a large variety of goodies to satisfy your hunger, your thirst, or your sweet tooth. So hurry, hurry, hurry. Visit our refreshment center now. The show starts in 10 minutes. The show starts in 9 minutes. The show starts in 8 minutes. show starts in 7 minutes. The show starts in 6 minutes. The show starts in 5 minutes. The show starts in 4 minutes. The show starts in 3 minutes. The show starts in 2 minutes. The show starts in 1 minute. And now, on with the show.
No, this is not some bizarre, weird little accident. Unfortunately, due to circumstances beyond any control, Radio Molly has to be elsewhere to do a little bit of diplomacy. Probably she's stuck elsewhere. But anyways, I have no idea, but I have no idea what's going on. We're trying to continue on as promised. So let me see if I can just... I'm just going to unmute myself.
Oh my gosh.
I returned.
There we go, and we're live.
Yay!
Hello!
I was called.
Yes.
There we go. Now we're getting some people in here to do a nice little interview. Might as well introduce ourselves here. Your current guest host for this evening, because, as I said, Radio Molly is elsewhere doing diplomatic things. You know, royal duties and all
ass.
that. Oh, come
I
on.
was
our ass.
reading right now.
Anyways, your guest host is just me, Gonzo. Sitting alongside with us is Sharpwing.
Hey!
Sharp nuts.
I'm the mod of that group that Gonzo's uploaded 2 videos for so far. Well, actually, Admin Mega Boss. I fucking love that title. You know, that wasn't actually my idea. That was a friend's suggestion. I fucking love it.
Anyways,
Admin Mega
yes.
Boss, then Sexy Bug Lady.
Yep, our sexy
Yes.
bug lady, residential bug ladies, Lady Snugglebug, aka
Fun
Sarah.
person.
AKA Dixie Dubs, AKA
Button Mash the Stash.
Button Mash the Stash.
AKA.
She goes by many names.
All right, and our resident dispensary of the Kush, Kiba Kush,
The guy with the massive dick. I mean, what?
and our guest of the evening, AnimeChristie, known as Sapphire Hearts. Can you talk to us?
Hi, it's actually Sapphire Hearts. It feels incomplete without it, but you can just call me Slushy, considering that's what Molly always calls me.
Oh.
Slushy, that's adorable.
Yep, it is.
Yeah,
Antichrist.
thank you.
Yay.
So, are you guys in top
Okay.
form this evening?
That depends on what you mean by top form.
Top form, when I think about that, I automatically assume Dragon Ball Z.
No.
When I heard
Obviously not.
that, a voice in my head said, "I am tall, I am erect, and I am ready."
Oh my.
Okay. All right, now that we got this thing out of the way, how about we start the evening with our interview? We're going to be interviewing Slushy here.
Yay!
Yes. Hi.
Tell
Hi,
us,
Slushy.
tell the
Give
crowd.
me your questions.
First, tell the crowd. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, let's see.
So a lot of riveting
Very
conversation.
informative.
Very informative.
Oh, I hope her microphone's not breaking apart on us. She does have a little bit of problem with Discord.
Sapphire, you okay?
And the first break of the night.
Oh dear.
So I got a new ring from my aunt the other day.
Kind of afraid of what it is.
Well, it's just a silver ring with a little black gem in it. I don't know what the gem is.
I don't know why. I feel like your ringtone would be fuck shit stack if you could do it.
My ringtone right now is a MIDI version of the Hearthstone theme.
Let's see. Come on. Come on, talk to us.
Sappy!
If you can't... Oh, come on.
If you can't, we can all move to Skype. I have it as well.
Yeah, I got Skype.
Yeah, for some people, certain mics don't work as well on Discord.
Yeah, that's a problem.
I'm shocked mine works.
This is a thing with Skype too. Certain microphones are defective and didn't work too well on Skype as well.
So,
Certain
chat
versions of
people,
the Blue
how you
Yeti
doing?
would break inadvertently through Skype.
Speak? Can you speak?
Woof woof.
Woof woof.
Should we just move to Skype?
I can take her over there and do a one-on-one.
What do you think, Sappy?
If there's no talking and
you could
calls,
do-
so I'll inform those who are in the call center. We'll think about that. Please
You
move to
could do a
Skype.
one-on-one, or we could join you because I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure we all
well,
have
I'll take
Skype.
care of this, okay? You guys can go ahead and
Okay.
hang out here. I'll just go one-on-one with Safi, okay?
Okay.
Well, looks like we're going to have to do this the backup. Good thing. Let's see. Let's call through Skype. Ah, poor dear.
Sad part is I can still hear them over Skype or Discord. Hi.
I would suggest though maybe in a later time when you like are in a group of friends or something, try to see if selecting the microphone instead of using default on the Discord voice
Yeah,
settings.
it's not on default. That's the thing. Also, how do I get out of the call?
There's a little bitty thing that's
Oh,
like
there it
brings
is.
up. There we go.
Okay, I got out of the disconnect. That's weird though. I don't know what the hell happened. I mean, my mic is plugged in, and it's not on default. It just stopped.
Do you have the desktop or are you using the web thing?
I have it on my desktop.
We may have to figure it out later on, but right now we might as well we'll go along with a one-on-one.
Is it still like on a?
It's still live. It's still
okay.
live because it's going through my end.
I feel really bad. I'm sorry.
Well, we're gonna push through this one way or another. I promise, Molly, I do this as best as I can. Now, let's see if we can try this again. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, so I'm an on and off analyst. It's kind of hard to explain. Reviews take a while to actually get motivated to do, so I'm mostly an artist. Actually, I believe you follow me on Tumblr.
Yes, and you do have DeviantArt as well. if you're
Yes.
willing to plug those in, or at least send me the link so I can plug it in through the stream chat.
Oh, sure, I can do that right now. I
Okay.
also do NSFW work every once in a while, just whenever I feel like it.
Okay.
And I'm typing that to you now. Yay, technical difficulties, how nice.
I'm going to put this here in the... Oh, not that one. Why did you copy the wrong thing? Copy link location. There you go. You can follow her on DeviantArt. Now, what pretty much got you into the My Little Pony fandom? Because you've been pretty much... Your work does center around My Little Pony, does it?
Yeah, but it's a very long story, and it all started with my father thinking I was watching porn.
Huh. Well, well, Radio Molly has all been about the promiscuous, so let's go with
Let
it.
me explain the story. It was back in my freshman year of high school, end of it actually, and basically I was in like an anime club type of thing, like you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, when I was, you know, it was all about anime and whatnot, but the show was relatively new, like 2011, 2012-ish, like during that time was when
Yeah.
people were actually getting into it.
Mm-hmm.
So, I had a bunch of my friends gathered around a computer trying to show this one guy, like, the first episode of My Little Pony. And I'm just looking over, it's like, what the hell are you guys doing? Oh yeah, we're watching My Little Pony. Wait, you're kidding, right? So I kind of ignored it until I saw until I saw the show on TV one day, like it was during summer before my sophomore year.
Mm-hmm.
And I decided, you know what, let's see how this is. First episode, Dog and Pony Show. Oh boy. So, when I was, bleh.
Bleh.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to think.
Take your time. Take your time.
I was in the middle of watching the show, and then my dad was like coming in, getting ready for work, and then I immediately turned off the TV. What was that? Nothing. Come on, Christy, what were you watching? Porn. Uh-huh. So he takes the remote.
You seriously went straight to porn instead of telling him you got an honest truth?
Yes. He's that kind of, you know. And it's weird considering I'm a girl and I should be into this stuff, but it's like, no.
You should be at least trying for My Little Pony. That's what everybody else outside of the fandom seems. It's just a show for little girls.
I know. It was during the summer. Anyways, so he takes the remote, turns on the TV, sees My Little Pony, it's like, and stares at me. I get flustered up and I'm blushing like hell. It's like, my friends watch this, shut up! And then I took the remote and then proceeded to stubbornly watch it in front of him until he left. Then I actually rewind and actually got to enjoy the show. It's like, okay, I'm going to secretly watch this and see if this will actually do anything for me or some shit. And later on, I found myself really enjoying and loving the show.
Do you have a particular favorite episode and character?
Well, Rarity is definitely my favorite character of the main six. Oh god, do I live through Rarity. Especially with the overdramaticness that you witnessed a little bit ago.
Oh, she is a fashionable pony, so I imagine she being into dramatics.
Yes. But yeah, she's my favorite pony, and it's kind of a little bit biased towards, like, my first episode that I actually got to watch, Dog and Pony Show. Yeah, it's kind of biased with that. But I don't really have a favorite episode. I have many episodes I've highly enjoyed, but I don't have an overall favorite.
Well, alright. Can you, like, try to go for, like, 3 that you admired?
Like, pony-wise or episode-wise?
Episode-wise. We could try for that.
Canterlot Boutique is definitely one of my favorites, definitely.
Okay.
Well, that's one I can think of right off the top of my head. I can't really remember other than Dog and Pony Show. Most of my favorite episodes revolve around Rarity. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, that's okay. We can go along with that.
Yeah.
All right. Now, now for the different kind of aspect. What actually made you get into art?
Getting into art, that's also a long story that dates back to way before ponies, because when I was into art, it was just like, it wasn't really much except for Sonic drawings, because that's what I was into during the time. When I first got really interested in drawing. I wanted to draw Sonic characters in the most basic fashion ever. But then I slowly evolved into like drawing Pokemon and all of that fun crap, but I didn't really have that spark of I wanted to be an artist until it was like this thing in middle school, because in middle school I used to get bullied very often.
I know the feeling.
Yeah, it sucks.
Ugh.
And it was German class, and we were assigned to like do this project, like we were supposed to like do a theme of items or whatever in colors. So I picked Pokemon. And there was these kids who were like sitting beside me, like making fun of me, like, are you seriously drawing Pokemon? Nah, nah, nah. Then there was this one girl who, like, looked them straight in the eye. It's like, hey, at least she can draw. That just triggered everything. It's like, if she believes that I can draw, I wonder how this could go for me. So I've been drawing since. And then I slowly evolved into anime, and then in sophomore year, up until now, I've been doing a lot of ponies, and yeah.
So you pretty much got inspiration from someone who actually stood up for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's pretty neat.
Yeah. It's a nice feeling. Especially considering how alone I would normally feel in middle school, so it's inspiring.
All right. Now about the analysts or reviewer side of things. What made you get into that?
Well, it's also another long story. Oh boy, I have many long stories about how I became this and that. With the analyst perspective, I would sort of like enjoy the show on the side. I didn't really think much of it. But then, like, I had gotten my computer taken away for like a good couple of years, but I somehow found a way to sneak back into the internet portion of my life with my 3DS. And, you know, I would like post stuff on Facebook or whatever based on my OC or whatever that I didn't actually get to create, except for the design of it. I didn't come up with the name, but that's beside the point. And 3DS has like a little YouTube app. So I would sit there, I would be enjoying ponies, and then the first thing analyst-wise I came across was Digibrony's like video on alicorns or something. And I had seen it before I got my computer taken away, but I didn't really get that interested in it. But I watched it anyway, and it's like, holy crap, I enjoy this. And I slowly discovered more and more people. And then I got really interested in it. During my, either my senior or my junior year of high school, I was also taking a bunch of video editing classes. And, how do I say it? I took video editing classes, and I was one of the better editors in my class, so yeah. And then when I got my computer back, I bought the program, or at least a more advanced version of the program that I learned how to use.
What would that be, by the way?
Cyberlink Power Director 11. The previous one was 10. But it's up to 15 at this point, so I'm out of date either way. But yeah, I've been using that for like videos, but I didn't really start doing videos until I remembered randomly one day this one thing that happened to me. back when season 4 was still airing.
Mm-hmm.
A funny thing that inspired one of my reviews was the fact that during the day that the episode Bats came out, a bat was in my room.
Oh god.
There was literally a bat in my room. Like, that's another story in of itself, but I wanted to do something analytical because I was really starting to get interested in analysts by the time I got into my senior year of high school. So, yeah, I ended up doing my Bats review, then Silver Quill Senpai noticed me, and now I have over 4,000 subscribers.
And you've also been getting quite a bit of friends along the way too.
Ah, yes.
Sadly, with some of the fame, you also got like quite a bit of problems as well. I ended up remembering. I'm not gonna go too into
Yeah,
it until.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes the fame can go to some
Yeah.
people's head. I've experienced that.
Yeah.
I've been doing my best to stay humble and kind, as some may say, in order to,
Yeah, but sometimes I've seen you, and I've also seen, well, because of my investigation, because it does concern Pastel Pros. Pretty much
Yeah.
I ended up hearing you being involved with you, Pastel, and a few others concerning Keyblade Pony. Ugh.
Yeah.
You and her and that former White Knight of his, you pretty much went to town.
Well, I wasn't really involved with that whole thing. That was another character. Well, not character, but you know what I mean.
I know.
I was just. Yeah. I was just there on the side.
Yeah. Do you, though, maintain some principles in order to make sure you don't wind up like Keyblade Pony or some of the other very questionable brony analysts within the community?
Well, I do have my standards with them. Like, how do I say this?
You can say it any way you want to.
Well, I do my best to at least, like, I don't, like, I try to stay away from controversy and drama as much as I can. Like, I don't want to be the quote-unquote cringy, so I always watch on the side. Like,
You strive to be careful of what you're doing, right?
I strive to be as careful as I can, because I've had some relationships in the past where I said something very stupid, and that would fuck up everything for me. And I try to avoid that as much as possible.
Try having a relationship and having someone else fuck it up, and you were just sitting there with the broken pieces.
Yeah.
It was at one point devastating. I might as well say it right now. I'm friends with the Inverted Shadow, and we pretty much have a nice little agreement where sometimes whenever he asks to, I arrange a time, and he reads fanfics to the fans that come to my streams, and it's been a pretty fun experience. However, though, one of his friends at one point decided that he would read to Shadow a not safe for work, and at the time Shadow was not interested and doesn't want to deal with not safe for work content. But it was a few years ago. It ended up making Shadow mad, and I was like, fuck. I didn't even want to go along with this because I seriously thought this would have been a bad idea. I knew this would have screw up Shadow very badly because, like I said, he was not at the time. He didn't want to deal with not safe for work at all.
Well,
And
I
I
wouldn't
was
blame
like,
him.
yeah, and it was like, well, thanks to this fuck up, I lost a good friend. But Shadow ended up hearing about how distraught I was because of this little fuck up. We made up. We were good. We're back on good terms.
Yeah. Still though, sorry to hear that.
Yeah. Somebody's asking, why is this on YouTube and not Twitch? Because, well, I have stuff already here. Anyways, we don't need to access Molly's stuff. I already got backups. Some pretty much are backups and stuff like that. So yeah.
Well, I wouldn't blame her considering, Molly, you know how Molly is.
I wish I wish. So yeah. Let me think. What else can I ask you? Let's see if there's anything in the chat right now.
I did see the chat, like, before, like, in the early interview while I was telling the story of my first
There
question.
we go.
Kiba's, yeah.
Yeah, Kiba Kush asks, dank memes?
All the dank memes.
Oh my god, come to think of it. Oh, Jesus. Might as well just bounce one story off of you. Unfortunately, there has been something going around concerning the Democratic and Republican candidates and their little war dealing with Pepe.
What?
Hillary Clinton, I'm afraid, I ended up hearing about this, is currently mad about the rarest Pepe meme being used in the election thing. It just sounds absurd, don't you think?
I'm not really sure. Like, you know.
You try to avoid politics.
Yeah, I'm not really interested in. Like,
I don't blame you because
I'm at that point. It's like I just want to vote for Hillary because fuck Donald Trump. If I could, I'd vote for somebody other than Hillary or Trump. Anyone but those two. And I was all for Sanders just so that I could stop them both.
Yeah, I gotcha. I'm at the point to where I'm starting. If another freaking organization, a political organization, calls my phone, I'm gonna scream obscenities at them, and then hang up. I'm getting to that point.
Yeah. Important question for Safi. Want to stick around and play with us during the stream? Depending on what you mean by play with us.
They want to play Cards Against Humanity, but I was wondering.
I like that game.
I don't know why, but I already had some things going. But I was already going to have some things going on.
Later on, if I can, sure, I'll join you for Cards Against Humanity.
We'll see about the Cards Against Humanity thing, because sooner or later after we're done, I'm going to hop onto Discord, and we're going to deal with a bunch of other stuff. You'll be free to be able to send us your input through the stream, unless you want me to link it to you.
Cool.
Anyways, what else could I ask? Well, shit. I don't want to be going into gossip because that's out of my expertise. Shit.
You're fine. Although the Zen Pony asks, hey Sapphire, got any favorite ponies? Background ponies, princesses, etc.
Well, you said rarity at one point.
Well, yeah, that's why I was ignoring the first part.
Yeah. So, yeah, might as well go along with some of the other ponies. You know, backgrounds and princesses. Other non-pony creatures.
I'm not really a big fan of, like, background ponies, like Vinyl Scratch, Octavia, and whatnot. I mean, I do like those ponies, but I'm not as interested as other members of the fandom are, you know what I mean?
I think
they're
I do.
Okay, I'll take them, but I don't worship them.
You just like them. You like their designs and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, I can go with that.
Yeah, I honestly like certain, like one-off appearance characters, like Cherry Jubilee, Fleur de Lis, Sapphire Shores. Yeah, those are the kind of ponies I like for some weird reason. They stand out to me by design, like that one pony from Canterlot that appeared in Canterlot Boutique, Ghost Pepper, I think she was called.
I can't remember because my memory on Canterlot Boutique is fuzzy.
She's the bitchy one that denied rarity because she didn't put in the right jewels. The red and white one.
I see.
Want me to get you a link or whatever?
I guess I'm gonna need an image.
Yeah.
Might as well. Oh lord.
Alright. I got a picture right here of her derpy little face. And it's in the sketch app.
Alright. That derpy little face. Yeah, the one that that one. That one oddly looks like one of the I think a character of a blog. Some guy who looks girly or something like that. Yeah, he says looks so familiar, but I can't remember his or her name for the life of me. because that pony also appeared in a recent story arc on Arrow Replies. Do you know that blog?
No.
Oh, never mind then. I'm talking to
I don't.
myself now.
I don't read too much into blogs. I'm sorry. Please don't hate me.
You could try to go for some blogs you can avoid because some people are like so fucking messed up. Like the story I'm gonna dive into later on. You gotta stick around for that part.
Okay.
But there are some parts that are just basically ask art blogs, and some of them do have some great stories. Like Arrow Replies is basically about a cute little boy. He's a little bit feminine. And he likes to cross dress. A cute little boy, and his parents is pretty much derpy hooves, and the writer is OC.
Oh.
And there's some alternate universes some of them again in English. Some are OC blogs. Some of them are basically alternates of characters from within a show.
Yes, like Yandere Fluttershy, or things like that. Don't look up Yandere Fluttershy, please. Everyone in the chat, please.
Some
ignore.
people have already know that.
Yeah, but still, just for the sake of the cinnamon rolls in the chat, if there are any.
Zempony's thinking Fabulous Jim, but no, that's not the person. That's not the pony I'm thinking of.
Oh.
Yeah. Sorry, that's not the pony I was thinking of anyway. I'm running out of questions, so I might as well just do one last one that normally is safe for last because I'm so rusty on this.
Oh, dude, you're fine. You're fine.
I know. If there were some people in here that wanted to like either do art or do analyst videos, what would be your best advice to them?
Oh boy. For aspiring artists, don't be afraid to take any sort of risk for expand your horizon. Draw everything, and draw everything every day to your ability as much as possible. You will always find a way to get better and better throughout the experience you make and through skills you learn over time. You never stop learning. And for analysts, if you can find a way to stand out among the hundreds and hundreds of people who also want to be analysts, and if you're good at it, do it. Other than that, please stay away from us. I know that's rude. I'm sorry.
Yeah, just be careful. Yeah, just be careful you don't wind up like Keyblade or Fallen Wish or I Heart Kim Possible.
Don't be a bitch who will steal my spot at the BronyCon dinner.
Did she seriously do that?
Well, let's see. I was invited to the BronyCon dinner. She wasn't.
Yeah, I heard she pretty much just rammed her way through.
Yeah, along with her editors.
Yeah, that's
oh god, that's actually a funny story. We don't have to end this just yet. Yay!
Well, if you wanted to toss out the story before I swing it on over to the Discord.
Alright. So here's the lowdown that happened at the BronyCon dinner for me. So, I had lost my badge, blah blah blah. We were at the con before we ended up at the, BronyCon dinner. Like, we were just hanging down. And apparently, like, I was hanging out with, like, Silver, Molly and all them during the time. And Toon, like, walked up to us like, oh, hey, by the way, KP's going to be joining us. Okay, that's cool. And there were, like, a bunch of people ending up going with us when there was supposed to be, like, 10 people. So it was, like, me along with a bunch of other friends. I was invited, Nikki V was invited, Lightning Bliss was invited, Doc, Silver, those people. Oh, yeah, and my boyfriend, Manga Common.
Okay.
And, Josh Scorcher, we were all going to head off to this dinner. Well, there were about 20 of us during the end of the day. Instead of
Yikes.
10, like I said before. And we're walking down, blah blah blah. I ended up, like, I was supposed to, like, get a spot or whatever, but no, that kind of went off to KP and her editors. And there were like 3 tables. There were 2 big tables, and I ended up at the small table with myself, Manga Common, because, you know, boyfriend and all that.
Uh-huh.
Of course, that was before we officially made it official. Master Code, which is a really good analyst who I recommend you check out.
Uh-huh.
And Vita. And I don't mind Vita, but, you know, I don't want to be stuck at the same table with him either. I do like him, but
I heard a lot of questionable stuff from Vita.
yeah. And Vita is cool, don't get me wrong, but
Eh.
but yeah, the only it was awkward and quiet and how do I say it? If it wasn't for the fact that Silver came over to check on us to see how we were doing, I would have had a very miserable, bitter experience. Because, you know, Silver Senpai, I work with him on the MBS show, which is also nice, but at the same time, it's like, you really do care about me in order to stop being at that table to come visit me. Silver is like the nicest guy ever, I swear to God.
Yikes.
But yeah, Manga and I kind of stormed out because we were both kind of mad, like after we ate, that KP kind of stole our spot, and he was mad about some other things, but besides the point. Yeah, and the fact that KP was apparently abandoned at the restaurant, oh boy. Oh boy. That I wasn't there during the time. We were already at our hotel by the time, you know, that came around or whatever. Ugh. You know what? I'm trying to think.
I kind of got what you're going at, and with some of the stories I keep hearing, I'm sort of glad that instead of going to BronyCon, I just opted out for a friend who invited me along to his beach trip.
Aw.
Yeah, I pretty much took up an offer from a friend of mine who lives on the western edge of Ohio. He took me up. He brought me to his house, and he took me to a beach trip.
I live.
Ah, Western Ohio?
Well, eastern, northeast.
Okay, same state.
Yee!
Anyways, yeah, pretty much just took me along for a beach trip. It lasted over the weekend. It was actually relatively nice, and despite having to deal with some fleas at his house because of a cat or so, it was actually a pretty decent hangout. There was food, there was the beach, nice weather, and it was pretty much lively. And some people are coming in a little bit late.
Yeah, it's fine.
I just remembered something too. You dealt with anime, right?
Yeah, at one point I did do anime reviews. That was also kind of my weeb side, showing off with the AnimeChristie title. I don't know, it seemed like a good idea during the time.
Do you have any particular series that you liked?
Well, one series I can definitely recommend as my favorite anime of all time until I see something better. Space Dandy.
Oh, that one.
Space Dandy. Best anime ever. I still want my future lover, whether it be my current boyfriend or some future husband or whatever, I don't know where that's going in my life. I want to see the man in a pompadour. As somebody does the Space Dandy intro in the background. Space Dandy is a dandy guy in space.
Well, I guess I'm pretty much out of questions. Might as well wrap it up now. It's been a pleasure to talk to you.
It was nice talking with you too. It was nice.
Yeah, sorry Molly couldn't be here, but at least I took up the opportunity and tried to get it to you myself.
It's okay. I know Molly very well. She won't be missing anything when it comes to this interview.
She probably would ask a lot of really risque questions.
Oh, yes.
Anyways, nice talking to you, and I'm going to go and head on over to the Discord.
Let's
All right?
hope my mics were working during the time.
Well, let's see what happens. Some guy offered up to help you out with the problem. He will be going by... I'll give you the information for it to contact him, and you'll be able to work it out.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
And that was AnimeChristie, aka Sapphire Hearts. And pretty much, yeah, that was her. Now let's see if we can join up on whatever the fuck is going on. What?
Hey.
What
Hey,
the
Gonzo,
shit?
it worked!
What the
Oh my goodness.
Gonzo, fuck the PSP.
What the shit?
Oh, fuck the PSP. Oh.
PSP deserves a good dicking.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Oh god.
Yeah, I shared a sex toy in this chat. It's a
So,
PSP.
Gonzo, I heard that you asked her who she's voting for. That seems
No,
like a little
well,
bit-
not really. I was asking her for her opinion
Question, huh?
because Kiba asked about dank memes, and I do remember that Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump had a thing dealing with Pepe.
that thing.
Oh god, they want to fuck Pepe?
No, something about Hillary having an issue with Pepe.
Yeah, that thing.
I love how these politicians are just getting butthurt over memes.
All right. Now
They should look in the mirror.
Yeah,
All
they
right,
are
let's-
memes. Especially Trump.
Yeah, Trump is
looks like-
memeing outrageously.
Somebody actually, somewhere in New York decided to make a Donald Trump, statue.
Several.
Oh, wow.
They should,
Interesting.
They
Yes,
should feel
and it was
honored.
naked. It was
They should-
called the Emperor Who Has No Balls.
they should
Eh.
feel
Personal
honored
clothes.
because they're not relevant to the internet until they meme.
Yes.
Okay.
Once they meme, they are relevant to us.
Man, Donald Trump is just a bunch of cut off foreskin stapled to a face with a poor guinea pig stuck on top of his
You
damn
know,
head.
Jesus!
it's all right. It's
I don't
all
even
right.
know if I
accept your
I don't even know if
opinion.
I have the
I
age
just
restriction
gotta
on this thing
put
or
you behind
not.
the wall, kick you out along with the Muslims and the Mexicans.
You're fired.
And I'm not gonna make you pay for it.
You're fired.
Alright.
Look at my
Okay.
African American over here.
Okay,
Isn't he
guys, calm
great?
down, because
Pepe, from what I understand, is a meme that originated from 4chan,
We're
and
still
Pepe is
recording.
like that,
Hi.
Trump
that sad
mistake.
frog, I think.
yeah.
Yeah.
Trump
Yeah.
mistake. Sold
Anyways,
at a clothing store. Thanks, God.
anyways, let's calm down because now that the interview is already dealt with, we're gonna have to deal with the news. Time for me to roll out my theme because Molly can't.
Whoa, Molly Alert Nation! It's our host, MindlessGonzo. Let's get
That's right.
on.
It's mental Gonzo.
God damn it! I think I
Mindful
drowned
Gonzo.
most of you out with the music.
The mindful Gamzor.
That's right.
God damn it. Okay, let's calm down. Let's try
I
and get
got-
through some of the news and then on to a topic that I managed to pick out and that I went through with Molly. She's okay with it.
Giggle.
Okay, first off, we have some good news about the Dakota Access Pipeline that we brought up in a previous stream. Now,
I want to fuck a bag of paintballs.
we told that a Sioux tribe didn't want the company building the Dakota Access Pipeline to continue building because it was going across sacred lands and all that, right? Well, the Department of Justice has halted construction of the pipeline over this week, thanks to the diligence of the tribes and even many people across the nation who sided by them. Hell, even some up in Indianapolis who protest this. This announcement came when the federal judge failed to approve the tribe's request to stop the project, and now the department will meet with the tribes to gather some input on the project while urging everyone involved to adhere to the principles of nonviolence. Basically, let's stay calm while we work this out.
Sounds about right.
Not to take the dogs on anyone this time, huh?
Now for a few pieces of information involving entertainment. Dancing with the Stars earlier this week had a very rocky start. Protesters ended up swarming the stage when 2016 Olympic swimmer Ryan Lochte took the stage. Or Lochte, or something like that. Anyways, Ryan is currently suspended 10 months and is prohibited to swim in 2017 due to his involvement in the vandalizing of a Rio gas station during the Olympics. And
Not
flying
allowed to swim for 10 months.
and
Not even allowed near a pool.
and not and being lying about being robbed at gunpoint to cover up his crime.
Damn.
Damn.
The actual fuck.
The actual fuck, he lied about. Okay, I was robbed at gunpoint, so I burnt down the gas station.
You have a torch!
I also in entertainment, trailers have been released of a sequel to 50 Shades of Grey. The movie is called.
Oh, no. God, no.
The movie will be
might wanna
called.
reinforce the movie theaters.
The movie will be called 50 Shades Darker.
Kill me.
No.
Sappy, kill
Enough,
me.
it's Twilight
To be
fan
honest-
fiction. Just no.
To be honest, I preferred 50 Shades of Black.
Well,
I prefer 50
unfortunately,
Shades
I'm going to
of
have
Magic.
more bad news about this because this movie will be stinking up with more faux BDSM sex next year's Valentine's Day celebration.
Oh,
Well,
July.
I know
we
Rob's
can
not
say
going on
50
Valentine's
Shades
Day.
of
I
Grey.
Love You, like one of the shittiest novels known to man.
No, I'm not even kidding when I say this. Someone got fucking stabbed at the showing of the first 50 Shades movie because someone told people to stop masturbating.
Oh. Interesting.
Bitch, that's what we came
Got
here
fucking
for.
blast.
Stab you. Stab.
You know what's
Stab.
stupid?
This
Yeah,
coming
like-
next story.
They
This
didn't
coming next
show
story, trust
anything
me.
sexy except for about 20 seconds in that movie. There was absolutely no point to getting worked up about it.
I think the worst thing was like fucking spanking, wasn't it?
Yeah,
My-
that's it. That was the most explicit thing in the entire movie.
I have
Still a terrible
I have
movie.
Still a really bad movie, I agree
It
with
was
you.
a
It's
shitty
just
movie.
Twilight on, I don't know, modern and bullshit.
The fucking film theory about it was even more entertaining just because Matt Pat.
Well-
That is very entertaining.
I
I
don't
have
want to know.
odd kinks. Show me. Opens door, reveals my entire collection of weed paraphernalia.
More like
Anyways,
$50 million Shades Darker.
I prefer it when the gray guy is just replaced with the Monopoly guy.
Oh god!
Oh my
Because at
God.
least then it's funny.
Oh, now you're gonna pass go. You're gonna collect $200 when I'm
I'm
done.
going to come on your community chest.
oh
I'm
god.
gonna have to tax you for that one.
No, I am always the race car.
Okay, calm down, guys.
I am always.
This-
Calm down, guys. Be
This chance card allows me to
I've got
fist you.
all the green money.
okay, guys. Calm down. Let's calm down. Okay.
My
mustache is
clitoris!
worth $1 million.
Okay. Okay. Before we go into Gilbert Gottfried and probably even George Takei, or probably George Takei, how about we move on? Okay. Our next entertainment news. Our next entertainment news comes in light of a recent Steven Universe episode. And an argument that broke out over Tumblr because of a comic. This is going to be a prime example why Steven Universe fandom could, might as well call it a fucking joke at this point.
Cancer.
All fandoms are jokes, though, sweetheart.
Well, this is going to be one of the most terrible ones since Gilbert Gottfried's 9/11 joke. Indie episode, last one out of Beach City. We have Steven, we have Amethyst, and we have a reluctant Pearl going to a rock concert. Now, on the way, while Pearl was doing her little rebellious stage, a girl with striking resemblance to Steven's mother is seen. We call her the mystery girl. And soon Pearl and this mystery woman, we can only speculate, starts with S, based on the amount of information that she allowed us, they ended up becoming friends. Now, there is a comic that was made by Neo Dust Comics, where Steven's father, Greg, ends up getting hit on by S when Pearl introduced her to him. And Pearl pretty much just reliving the misery of Rose Quartz falling in love with Greg sometime earlier in the timeline. Now, the comic drew quite a bit of attention. Unfortunately, the wrong kind of attention, crazy Tumblr lights, because they were...
Basic Steven Universe fan base, right?
Hold on now.
Yeah.
Let me get down to the nitty gritty. They claim this was an attempt to claim a hetero partnership in a show about lesbian rocks, and it's considered a straight-washing attack on gay people.
This is
Steven
the
Universe
hell?
fan base, get fucked! Like seriously,
Go to
get
hell.
fucked.
Every single one of you, go to hell.
You know what makes it worse? This is on YouTube, not Twitch.
Go
we
to
have
hell,
easier
you
access to getting
ignorant
attacked.
Motherfuckers.
You
Now-
want to send me your hate, you Steven Universe fanboys? Keep a kush. That's my YouTube. Let's party.
Okay.
I got wine and a bottle of your tears.
Oh my god.
Okay, Kiba, go to the timeout corner because I'm about to try and... Now listen. Several Tumblr users did try to educate the people. There was no implications at fucking all. This was just a joke because the Mystery Girl's resemblance to Rose Quartz. But of course, I tried to look through the reblog chain, and the whole thing spiraled out of control. I just nearly contemplated suicide. I just stopped right there.
Okay, I think your contemplation was a little far, but all right.
I mean, this is losing so much faith in humanity. You just can't even take life anymore. You just can't even keep on living at that point.
If you want to lose faith in humanity, get a
be
fast
fair-
food job inside of a Walmart.
To be fair, it is getting better because this time we actually had people come out that had the balls to challenge the cancer while it was happening.
Well, that is
Last
true.
time, when they almost they fucking like tried to solicit an animator to commit suicide and harassed her and things like that, there was no one coming to her rescue. But this time, somebody actually came to the rescue of people being brainwashed by this stupidity.
And what about
a good thing?
Sorry. what about the case of Zammy, the artist that ended up getting flack because she drew Amethyst and Rose thinly, and everybody was accusing them being phobic against fat people or some bullshit term like that.
Which is really bullshit, considering I've been on her YouTube channel and she has done a face reveal. She's on the heavy side like I am. I don't think it's fat shaming. If anything, just with the one case with the rose quartz
artistic
picture,
expression.
the difference was that the rose quartz one, the arm was skinny. It wasn't really implying that she was skinny. Just the arm was a bit too skinny. And yeah, other than some things that need some constructive criticism, it was overall good art. And in my opinion, it shouldn't matter how the character is portrayed as long as the art is good.
If they're gonna bitch about something like that, I really hope somebody just goes out of their way to make a morbidly obese gem.
I will. Gypsum.
Alright. Now on to the next story. Kansas City University had to disavow a student's Snapchat post Thursday. Paige Shoemaker took a selfie for her Snapchat that featured her and a friend, black-faced, with the caption, "Feels good to finally be a nigga." And I'm not a fan.
No, just no.
That post really rustled many fellow students' jimmies, some calling it completely racist. The staff even agreed. Listen, the staff even agreed on this. The Dean of Students published a statement even saying that there is no place for racism at our university. Now, Paige here tried and vehemently explain it was a brand of clay facial mask from L'Oreal. It wasn't intended to be racist. But due to the massive shitstorm, Paige is expelled. She is kicked from campus.
Oh, and on top of that, I actually know more about this story.
No?
There's an organization on campus representative of the minority students, because, you know,
Yeah.
black students need representation like they're not represented. But they want to make sure that she never comes back as well, that she can never get back into that school, that she is never allowed to re-enroll. Me personally, I think that's a little far. I think
It
just
is
the
a little
expulsion
far.
alone was enough punishment. But you would deprive somebody of education to fight that ignorance, even though now let's talk about this.
It's,
You know, in the side of open-mindedness.
yeah.
If you're going to stop somebody from coming back to school because they said something stupid, that's stupid. Because what does depriving somebody of education do? It only permits ignorance.
Pretty much. I mean,
Yeah.
it
So
is
you're
a
not
bit
doing
extreme.
anything for your agenda. You're not doing anything for your agenda. You've literally made someone stupider because they can't go back to school. I mean, even if they do successfully wind up stopping this lady from ever going back to that university, I pray to God that, you know, she finds another college, because we've all been young at some point. I almost guarantee right here and right now, we've all done something or made a mistake that we regret wholeheartedly.
And not only that, it wasn't like it was intended or anything. Seems it might have been just a one-off incident.
I guarantee all of us have at least done one thing that we deserved a whole lot of backlash for. But we don't deserve to have our lives ruined for that mistake. What's the point in making a mistake if you're condemned for it? The whole ignorance and blatant, like, damage of superiority and things like that in the society that we're so-calledly claiming we're oppressed by is caused by a feel of inadequacy from these people. So they view themselves as superior so they never have to feel inadequate. Now, if you make it to where people are never permitted to learn from their mistakes and must be eternally punished for those mistakes and bear it on them for the rest of their lives like a weight, no one is going to like you. No one is going to support your cause, because nobody legitimately wants that. And the reason is, condemning someone for a mistake defies them to learn from that mistake. It makes them more ignorant.
You pretty much said it best. Alright. Now we're going to have to deal with a little bit more well, I'm not sure how to say it right, but let's just get on with this. Craziness in France. Because of a construction of a secure wall outside the Calais seaport, Parliament has proposed to France to build a 13-foot concrete wall to deter immigrants from trying to smuggle themselves into the UK by that seaport. Unfortunately, the displaced of the Middle East conflicts are much too many to round up, according to officials, and are so desperate to seek asylum from their former place, they're even stopping inbound shipping trucks to climb aboard against the driver's will. There's even one recorded by a Hungarian driver, and my God, he was running the gauntlet. There's even some that decided to avoid the Calais seaport, going to other ports in the Netherlands. Whew. A few get the wrath of migrants as they were unfortunately beaten to death. This is getting crazy.
Christ. That's horrible.
Completely.
And now for the
I
lead-ins
gave up on humanity.
I wouldn't blame you. Now for the lead-ins for the three stories that I found during this week that would kindly lead us into our good topic of discussion. First off, in the story number 1, students of Washington State University of Spokane who would roll into this year's Women in Popular Culture class learned that there were several words off limits, and they were kind of scared about it. The syllabus reads: use of racist, sexist, homophobic, transphobic, xenophobic, classist, or generally offensive language in class, or submission of such material will not be tolerated. This includes phrases as, and I shit you not, the man, colored people, illegal illegals, illegal aliens, tranny, and so on, or referring to women and or men as females or males. Repeated use of the terms according to the syllabus will result in several punishments, including removal from class, F on the assignment, and in extreme cases or repeated cases, failure of the entire semester.
Well,
Oh,
if that's not harsh, I don't know what is.
safe
It's not
space.
just
What the hell's
harsh,
that?
it's ignorant.
You know what I say
I
to
mean,
that?
If you defy somebody to express themselves in
Deep.
the standard of an educational environment and tell them how to express themselves, they're not learning anything. That's the same goddamn indoctrination we all can't stand from our days in high school and shit like that.
You
The
know
same
what
kind
I
of
say
indoctrination
to
from middle
that?
school and the things that we felt oppressed by, or maybe even made us suicidal, some of us. Why the fuck would they do that to a college? A college is supposed to be a strictly intellectual environment where we are all permitted to learn our own way.
Oh,
I'm not a male, I'm a dude.
you might have to think about that as we get on to the third story, but I want to hear what Sarah had tried to say.
You know what I say to all that bit bullshit?
What?
Seek
Preach,
hell!
girl.
Seek hell! Seek hell!
Fuck shit stack.
It's about to get more Third Reich up in here. Our next story: the NFL continues
Oh
to
god,
keep.
actually, it's worse.
The NFL continues to keep shoving the foot into the mouth amidst threats of fining several NFL players for wearing patriotic cleats during several games on the anniversary of the World Trade Center attacks. Among the people
Yeah,
were
I
Pat
quit.
McAfee of the Indianapolis Colts, Avery Williamson of the Tennessee Titans, and Odell Beckham Jr. of the New York Giants. The rule states that the league forbids players from wearing any sort of uniform or equipment, no matter the reason, that is not issued by the team or league. Several teammates and even the union that represents the police patrolling the World Trade Center complex are offered to help pay for the fines, and Williamson will be soon auctioning the cleats to benefit Operation Warrior Wishes and offer a lot of others as well. There was an update about this too, as McAfee ended up revealing through Twitter and RTV6 of Indianapolis that he will not be fined according to the NFL Commission.
At least something good comes out of this. You know, money going, or cleats going to the right place. You know, good things.
Yeah, but this is kind of, yeah. And lastly but not least, I'm afraid Sharp is going to have to eat some of his words. Speaking of 9/11,
Ranting.
Speaking of 9/11 and the freedom of expression, Occidental College over the last weekend had to investigate a case of vandalism of a 9/11 memorial on the campus. The college planted 2,997 tiny flags across the campus, each representing a death from the September 11th attacks. Those flags were ripped out of the ground, snapped, crushed, and tossed into garbage cans.
Yeah, if I recall, I actually sent you that story.
Yep. And that's the reason why we're going along with this.
Boy.
An attempt was made to replant the flags. However, several continued to destroy the memorial even as students saw them. An investigation found some removed the flags because they demanded to add the numerous victims of the U.S. War on Terror. A staggering 1.4 million plus, according to flyers that were left in lieu of the memorial around campus. Opposed on the coalition Oxy for I don't know why I said Oxy. I think I made a typo. For Diversity and Equity's Facebook page said that the display of flags is hypocritical of the campus's stance of diversity and safety, saying that as a student of color, this one person wrote, the American flag is particularly triggering because of the institutional violence against people of character. The things that
Can I move to Puerto Rico now?
All right.
these
All
three
right. I'm pissed.
these three pretty much
Here we go.
these three are pretty much they're all related for our topic, which is basically just, you know, censoring and blocking out freedom of expression for the sake of some personal agenda. We ended up having that one college class from Washington State saying you can't say anything related to, you know, trying to like avoid the racist, and even using phrases like words like females and males, because nobody is female or nobody can be female or male. They could be a mixed or going from one to another, like Sarah is.
I sexually identify as a dude.
I'm not by gender, just so that way we can clarify that.
I was trying to say transitioning from one gender to another.
Okay, then yeah, there we go.
You have the
all of this.
Here we go again.
You have the NFL, who try to stop players from expressing their trying to express their memorial of 9/11 unless they were making money off of it. Because I've seen something similar to this. The Major League Baseball ended up trying to get some players in trouble because some of the players wanted to pay tribute by wearing the caps of the emergency branches that helped out with the September 11th attacks, trying to rescue people, trying to save people, trying to clear up once the dust settled and all that stuff. They ended up trying to stop players from wearing those caps in memoriam, but sooner or later they decided to sell officially licensed Major League Baseball caps with an American flag pinned on it as a replacement for those who wanted to pay tribute to the September 11th attacks. That's just...
Who do these people think they are, really?
And we'll now have a college who pretty much wanted to stop people from also trying to pay tribute to the September 11th attacks because they wanted to include not just the citizens of the United States, but trying to be selfish, saying that either an American flag is triggering or that why are you celebrating the deaths of the Americans when we should be celebrating the deaths of the people we accidentally killed because of our mistakes post 9/11.
Oh, it wasn't accidental.
The 9/11 memorials. The 9/11 memorials are there to celebrate the lives lost, not their deaths, but to remind the world that we did not forget that tragedy, that we did not forget all of the innocent lives that were lost because of some fucking organization's ideological bullshit.
We lost 3,400 people.
Did not deserve to
because
die.
Of us, they've lost over 20.
We want to remind the world of that. Those people did not deserve to die. The reason we have these memorials is to remind the world that we will not let something like that repeat itself. Just like we remind the world of the Holocaust with every museum we've ever built about it, discouraging people from committing another Third Reich or allowing another such atrocity to ever happen. The reason we memorialize and sensationalize these things isn't because we praise the deaths and the lives lost. It's so bloodshed and violence don't become the norm. That we remain intact with our humanity and care about the lives that were lost. To discourage those memorials or destroy them is one of the most hideous acts you could commit. Because you're basically saying those people deserved to die. You're saying that because these people were not included and you did not have the balls to stand up and add to that memorial rather than destroy it, you would fucking push your own selfish political bullshit that nobody cares about. Because all they care about is mourning the lives of those that were lost and respecting the fact that those people lived in the first place. And you would destroy those memorials for your own fucking selfish intent to look like the good guy? What, you think you look like the good guy when you prevent people from being able to create a memorial? When you prevent people from being able to speak their mind? No, you're a bunch of cunts! And I would gladly draw my gun from the fucking cabinet and blast all your fucking brains out if it were the norm. Christ, you would be the first people to die in an anarchy. If this state went to shit, you people would be the first ones to go because you're too goddamn lazy to give a shit about anything. You want to help out the world and you don't grab a goddamn ladle. I went to fucking nursing homes for volunteer work. I helped children learn. You think you have anything on me? I'm a better human being than all of you pieces of trash. I wouldn't destroy that memorial. I would plant more flags. I would remind the world that all those lives lost post 9/11 matter. I would add to that memorial, not destroy it. Who do you people think you fucking are? And I'm not referring to any of the people that would condone this or be okay with it. I'm referring to the people that do care. I'm referring to the people that fucking went out of their way to do this kind of shit, to have the audacity to do this.
God, I want to fuck you.
You said earlier that you said earlier though, Sharpwing, we're basically trying to make sure that all of this shit, we're trying to remember that we're trying to make sure that even though there are people out there that hate the way of living, we don't want to end up having a fucking anarchy to happen because we're trying to protect the way of life. We're trying to protect our way of life, but unfortunately, because of such assholes, such people who try to like PC everything or trying to like censor all this shit, just to either make money or just to try to make themselves feel better by making other people miserable. We're already going into a fucking state of anarchy because of all these PC people, all of these fucking feminazis, all of these fucking. These morons.
That's where my outrage spawns from. The people that have the audacity to think they decide who does and doesn't deserve to be mourned. That they have the right to decide who does and doesn't celebrate or have a memorial in the honor of somebody. If my grandmother died, I'm planting flowers at her fucking grave. I don't give a shit what any PC prick says. And I will gladly gut the pig if they try and stand in my way.
These fucking people that are these fucking assholes that just type on their keyboards, just fucking sit at their desk all day. Kind of like what we do, but at least we try to do something with our lives. But these people who just keep fucking bitching and moaning on fucking Twitter, on fucking Facebook, on fucking Tumblr, YouTube, just bitching about shit. That's making this place fall apart because now we're trying not to offend people. We're trying to become pussies all of a sudden. It's just...
Wow.
We're going to hell in a handbasket because of these
is not about
fucknuts.
Enforcing law, order, or chaos. Our lives, every indignant matter of our lives, everything that is pinnacle to us, lines up with this sentiment. Our lives are our own. We will decide to be our own people. But if we would choose to stand in another man's way, we acknowledge the fact that that man has the right to smite us for harming anybody that he cares about. Yeah, just gonna say. For harming
Radio
anybody
Molly,
that
the
he cares
sexiest
about,
show on the internet, everybody.
for harming anybody that he cares about, or anything that they care about in the name of that. To claim that you are in the name of peace and harm so many people, destroy so many lives. Any man that would smite you down is only a normal human being for that.
My God.
Also, Sapphire had to go.
It's okay.
We fight and die for what we believe. We live this life for what we believe. We care about who we are, not what we are, what we want to be. Everything, every matter, every dream, every ambition we've ever had is what defines us. These people seek to take that away because they can't have that.
Or it makes them uncomfortable, makes them want to crawl into their fucking little safe zone and just curl up into a ball, not accepting the fact that the world is such a fucking crazy place.
Little thing, they can't express themselves as an individual. This is what pisses me off about it. They refuse to express themselves as an individual and blame everybody else for that fact but themselves. If they really think the world is so goddamn oppressed, and they think that not enough women are in politics, not enough women are in science, not enough women are in farming, why aren't there women fucking out there getting jobs in that field? Oh wait, there are, but feminism never acknowledges that. Third-wave feminism, that is. There are feminists that line up with the ideals of the way the world works now and fighting against third-world ideals of censoring women's free speech. What are they called? Oh yeah, egalitarians. Fuck these third-wave feminists. Fuck the internet establishments that would pander to these cunts and censor people's free speech in the name of these fucks not getting butthurt. Fuck every single ideological trample that would happen in the name of censoring another person's free speech just so these people can be proud of the fact that they shut their enemies up. Never caring about the middle ground or the facts.
Baby, come on.
That hold to the ground of reality.
Wow.
I hate these people because they're worth hating. Hate is a strong word, but you can hate these people. They go to all-time lows just to feel like they're fucking right. It's disgusting.
There is no ice coating. There's no sugar coating this bullshit. Ugh. Christ.
You know what? fuck the ideal of ISIS and all this political bullshit they're pushing. You know what I think the real threat to our country is right now?
I would love to know.
Gentrification.
Oh.
Gentrification is the biggest threat to our country right now. You know why? Oh, you can't say 9/11. Oh, that's out of line. Oh, if you're going to acknowledge all the people that died in 9/11, you have to go out of your way to acknowledge a bunch of Muslims you didn't even know. You know what I'm going to point out right now? We were all too young to understand what 9/11 was. Every single person in this room, probably even Gonzo, who knows? Maybe he's a bit older than us. Maybe he did see 9/11.
I didn't even see. Here's the thing. I didn't even see 9/11 until I had to fucking come home, and my mother was glued to CBS because I was at 6th grade at the time. We were doing I-step testing. At the time, the morons decided to hijack the planes and smash into the Trade Center towers. And I remember hearing about this because later on in high school, we had a discussion with my history teacher who decided that, along with the staff, they should not tell the kids that the World Trade Centers had planes plowed into them, or the Pentagon had plowed into them, because it would scare the children. We were a small Indiana town. We do not need to be able to be panicking because of shit happening in New York and Washington, D.C. Our minds will be in pieces if we hear about this kind of shit.
Yeah.
So basically, they just had to come home, and we ended up having to learn about this. It was too late, and at that point, it didn't matter if it was at the time or later on when I got home and see my mother glued to the remains of the buildings. My mind shattered that day.
The point is, it's just the fact that you can't even fucking tribute the police or the firefighters or the people. None of these people that had their memorials desecrated had anything to do with your ideological bullshit, third wave feminists. None of them had anything to do with that. As far as we're concerned, men, women, and children alike died in 9/11, despite their gender or whatever fucking pronoun you think they announced as. We don't pretend like we didn't care about the innocents lost post 9/11. In fact, a lot of Americans still ask the question, why did we invade Iraq if the enemy was in Afghanistan? Why the fuck haven't we invaded Afghanistan? Why did it take us so long to kill Osama bin Laden? Why were we after Saddam Hussein instead of Osama bin Laden? A lot of us asked that question, and a lot of us had a problem with the Iraqis that died. But we had more of a problem with the innocents that died in New York because it didn't deserve to happen. The nation was shook by what happened with that. And despite whether the media fucking pushes it and sensationalizes it, that shouldn't devalue the fact that people have a feeling and a heart towards all those innocent lives that were lost. When we put up those memorials, it's not to make our fucking news happy. It's not to make our congressmen happy. It's so that we feel better. So that we can acknowledge those lives will never be forgotten. Why can't these fucks separate that from their political fucking agenda? Good fucking night, feminism, suck my ass, lick my dick, go to hell, oh, and eat my shit. Jesus fucking Christ. Alright, I gotta lay my shit down.
Can you just tie me down to a bed, tug on my collar, and ramp?
Okay. I feel like we should see if there's some. Let's see. Should we go to the call center? I hope there's some people in there that would just want to put their input onto this. We'll get a few calls in. We can't do the speak pipes or anything because I don't have access to that stuff. But we have we still have the call center. If I'll do an instant invite if I have to. I'll use the copy button for now.
Everyone, Sapphire Heart had to leave because she has stuff to do. So
That's okay.
Sapphire Heart song is no longer.
She's no longer with us. If you want to, hit up to the Discord. If you want to be participating in a call, go to the Wait Here voice channel. You just basically wait out until I be able to tell you that when you be coming in. That way we can get it. Okay, but for now, let's strike up the call center immediately. Shall we?
Okay.
Let's head there. Alright, let's see. We got Kiba, we got Snugglebug. Now we need...
Bug Lady.
Yes?
Now we need Sharp.
Hi.
Where the hell is he?
Sharp is dealing with his family right now. Drops mic. Final verse. Last page. Final chapter. closed book.
Christ almighty.
Christ on a cracker.
That rants, man.
And I already see that we have one person in the wait here call center. We have our regular Zen pony, and might as well just say
I'll drag him in.
for
Zen!
What is up?
Go!
Zen, I bet you are just aching for input into what we've discussed tonight.
Yes, I fucking am.
Oh
And-
my god.
Get ready!
Hello, little Snugglebug. Hello, Kiba. Hello to you.
Hi.
Okay. Pretty much. What the ever-loving fuck? Why are there people that cannot separate? Well, exactly what Starbuck said, but the whole political agenda against the lives that were lost during 9/11. Seriously, I mean, even if you're not someone who would understand this kind of thing, it still could at least be respectful and let other people honor what they honor. I mean, even myself, during on Friday during the date 9/9, because 9/11 was on Sunday, and school can't have it on Sunday.
I gotcha.
I was pretty much walking through the hallways. And I saw that there were people who were setting up a memorial outside at the bell tower for the whole 9/11. Rain or shine, They said they're having the videos. The county police and stuff are getting themselves prepared for the excuse me, for the memorial. And I was seeing how there were some people that were questioning it, and I also decided to over-listen to it. And I could obviously tell that they weren't originally from like America, because they were like, "What the heck is going on with this 9/11 thing? I don't understand it." And I was really shocked when I hear like, "Hey, 9/11 doesn't sound so important." I mean, seriously, it sounds pretty stupid to me. And I was about to get out of my chair and start ranting at them. If it wasn't for a teacher or a professor, in this case, this is college, coming up and saying, "Well, in case you don't know about 9/11, then let me explain it to you." And after I heard the whole explanation, they finally understood, and they said, "Wow, I see how that would definitely strike a person. I lost family members during many events, and therefore I can understand and respect them."
A lot of
That is something that I wish more people could understand nowadays. But unfortunately,
more rational minded. Now that I'm a little calmer, the reason I had a problem with these memorials being destroyed is because I know a lot of people that lost family lives in 9/11. There were a lot of people at the World Trade Center and many of the other places where those planes crashed. There were a lot of people that died. These feminists, these fucking idiots spewing their political bullshit on the internet have no place meddling in the memorials in the mourning of people's loved ones and family. I know what it's like to lose loved ones and family. I fucking spent my entire life with a sister born with cerebral palsy before me. I know what tragedy is like, and I've become accustomed to it. But for these people to have the audacity that they fucking know what's best for us and tell us how to mourn and how to feel, no, fuck them, fuck that.
I definitely agree with you on that, because I think this might not be a big shock, but it might be in a sense. During that date, I saw everything on the news. Okay, I saw everything. During that time, I was five fucking years old when that happened.
We were too young to understand it. But for everybody that was old enough to understand what had happened, it was the first time it had happened in our country. And it was devastating. There were so many people that died that didn't deserve to. Those memorials are there to say, "I won't forget you. I won't forget you. I won't forget you." And what? These people have the audacity to go and take that voice, throw it in the trash, break it like it's some sort of destroyable ideal, thinking that they control what people can and cannot say. That's the outrage that we need. We have to have the balls to stand up and draw the line at this point, because that's when they went too far. Of course, they had went too far many, many times prior. Oh, but these people don't care how much they raise the bar. All they care about is getting their way. That's why we need to hit back. That's why I'm cussing them out. That's why I'm angry, because we need to be.
And you have every right to be angry. everybody here has a right to be angry about this complete and utter bullshit that is occurring in this world. This definitely makes me. This is definitely why I'm like. This is like one of the reasons why I'm pretty much antisocial in the real world.
But
Because just people are just so fucking stupid.
because I'm open to the fact that people make mistakes and do a lot of stupid things, I will rationally minded ask this. Instead of destroying the memorial to the people that died in America, if you genuinely cared about all the lives that were lost, why did you not just add flags that would have represented the lives lost post 9/11 if you truly believed that was part of the tragedy? Do you think they would have destroyed your memorial? You would have had the right to do them the same nature then if they did. Because it's the equivalent of what you did to them. And why a lot of the people that saw you doing it wanted to beat your ass, third wave feminists or social justice warriors, whatever you fucking call yourselves. I don't respect your pronouns because I don't respect you. And the reason is, you could have done this many other ways. If you truly believed that all the lives there mattered, you should have just added to the memorial, not completely destroyed it, and then what? Put up a poster valuing the lives in Iraq over the lives lost in America. The point is not how many lives were lost, but that every life mattered to someone and that we all cared. Because when something like 9/11 happened, there were so many people devastated by it because they lost family, friends, brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles. And they lost those people for a very fucking stupid and selfish reason. All you are doing is reflecting that same selfishness that we use 9/11 to fight against. Ideological bullshit.
So much truth, and there's no other way to speak it. So much truth, Sharpwing.
If only they should have at least started adding flags. Not just for, the people that died immediately on 9/11, or the people that ended up dying because of the war in the Middle East. Why not add to the ones that ended up dying because they braved the asbestos from the buildings? Not just political work, not just, officers, firefighters, EMTs, just also people who ended up braving the asbestos, trying to help clean up the mess so that we can start rebuilding and healing.
And it's the thing, people are not innately evil because of their religious beliefs. There was a point in history where a bunch of Christians gathered together and protected Muslims in prayer in the Middle East from being harmed by riots that were going on in the streets so that they could pray in peace. Religion has nothing to do with this. This is just selfish, egomaniacal stupidity that people honestly need to stop asserting upon themselves and other people.
It seems our world is a little bit small. Scarlet Rose in the chat. I was alive during the attack. My friend lost her uncle to the 9/11 terrorist attack. Her uncle was one of the pilots who was hijacked.
I will never say that no one has the right to mourn. If we want to mourn, if we want to celebrate life, in fact, if we want to be happy, celebrating and happy because that's what the person that died would have wanted on the day of their death. And there are people that do this. Why do you think Los Muertos exists in Mexico? The Day of the Dead, celebrating life, celebrating those who are deceased, believing that those spirits would come back and celebrate with them for that night.
I'm almost afraid to give my opinion at this stage.
It's not an evil thing to celebrate life. There's nothing wrong with memorial. The only thing that's wrong is sensationalizing tragedy for political agenda, which, by the way, I'm pretty sure third wave feminists have been quite guilty of quite many times, as well as Black Lives Matter. Oh yeah, I went there.
Very much.
Oy vey.
Dropped.
Ooh, man.
Some of these
walking on eggshells if I open my mouth.
Well, I dare you, Sarah. I want you to try.
I'm barbed wire and broken glass, and I don't give a fuck.
Wow. Hey, you're walking it and you're braving it and you are surviving, dude. So therefore, I'm looking up to you now because you are speaking truth. So much truth here.
All right, Sarah.
Memorials should never be destroyed. They should only grow.
Hey, Sharpwing.
Yeah,
So I think-
we was trying to get Sarah's opinion out.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm all right with other people having their time to mourn, but I also don't believe that anybody should force other people into mourning or accusing them of being un-American or
Nobody has to.
unpatriotic if they decide not to celebrate it.
Oh no!
Nobody has
no,
to.
I'm
Nobody has
perfectly
to.
fine with that.
It's
If you
okay.
don't want to mourn,
Your decision.
You don't have to, but you don't have the right
I know.
to
I
destroy
know.
that which people mourned over.
But
You
I
don't
have a
the right
story
to
that
tell
goes along
people
with
they
this.
can't mourn either. That's what I'm saying.
What's that story though?
Okay. So when I was in high school, I got into a little bit of a classmates. They were saying a bunch of stuff that was really upsetting at the time, such as, I said, well, what is the point of all this hunt? I didn't lose anybody. And then they go, well, what if you did? And I go, I didn't. Well, what if we killed your dad? What the hell?
What
All this
the
because I
fuck?
don't want to celebrate 9/11? Jesus Christ.
You shouldn't feel forced
Yeah.
to mourn.
Yeah, here's pretty much what we.
Exactly.
Here's another thing about this. Then, yeah, some people do want to remember their lives lost. That is okay. Some people don't. Not be interfering of other people, like the fucking feminists and social justice warriors say. Like Sarah, they just chose not to. That's okay. Nobody says it's like un-American or anything. Some people do what they want to do, especially.
You'd be surprised how aggressive a lot of these people could be, though.
Some people are very, very, yeah, and some people are that freaking close-minded. Hence why there is a lot of flag about Colin Kaepernick. We discussed this on and off during the news segments. It's his decision to either speak out or just continue on just standing there hand over heart while the national anthem plays is his decision. And people are just being upset because he's not doing what they want him to do or what they were doing that in their eyes is what everybody should do.
It's kind of like what I do at every chance that I have because I'm expressing my rights. Every time I hear somebody singing the national anthem, I roll my eyes and I keep sitting because I don't want to stand and salute somebody for singing a random song. I'd rather salute something that means something to me.
And that's all fine and dandy. That's your deal.
I know.
Can we
but
change the
a
American
lot of
national
people
anthem now?
think the exact opposite.
I'm sorry. What
I
was
want
that?
the American national anthem to be City Escape. Damn it!
Fucking
What is
Christ.
What is City
Set me
Escape?
free.
From fucking Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Flying
that would
around
be
at the
a
speed of
big-
sound.
That would be a big shot.
God damn it! That song.
Make it Hulk Hogan's theme song. There we
Right.
go.
To be fair, I don't believe in idolism. I do
There we go.
believe in, celebrating or, representing an idea. But I don't believe that idea has to have a physical manifestation like a lot of people do. It's like people that cremate their ancestors and they keep the urn as a symbol of their relative. Everybody's free to do that. Here's my point, though. I have always viewed the world in this perspective. You have two sides in this world. You have blind justice, which is just a face, no eyes, no mouth, no ears. It's just completely blind and ignorant to everything. But then you have anarchy, chaos, which always has a blood-red smile painted on its face and takes joy out of the tears of others. I looked at both of those perspectives and I said, fuck it. Why don't I have the freedom to choose? I don't want to side with the unseeing, and I don't want to side with the psychotic. Why can't I be my own person? And a lot of people that are, quote, innately good, if we want to establish a lot of the people that we've respected, simply made the decision to be their own person, to be and feel free. But to limit that confine of freedom with their own set of rules, not a set of rules they had to adhere to. All right? My ideal system is extremely fucking liberal, but it works. The law is there to protect us from chaos, but the law will not always suit the individual. There and then. If we think the law is ridiculous, we need to have the balls to stand up and make a statement, even if that means defying the law and being thrown in jail. If you don't want to do that, fine. But know this, if you don't, you are not you. You're not free. You are completely controlled and told what to do by people. You should only follow the laws that suit society, not a bunch of rich people you've never even met. That's my honest to God belief system. But at the same time, I don't think law shouldn't exist. Without law, only the strong survive. Only those wickedly psychotic people that are willing to go to any length to get what they want are the ones that will live in all of that chaos. And I don't want to be either. I don't want to be the sadistic person that smiles while a child is being stoned to death in a riot. But at the same time, I don't want to be the person that blindly sends someone down the river simply because a few words on a paper say so. I will be my own person. I will be challenged by all, everyone, everything, every person that possibly wants to be me. But at least I am truly free.
No?
The life of freedom isn't the simple path to choose, but it's the only one you'll want at the end of the day. Is just to simply look at the law, look at chaos, look at anarchy, and say, why can't I just be me?
That gives me a lot to think about now.
All right. I don't see anybody else in the call center, so I guess thank you, Zen.
Hey, before I go,
All right. What is it?
if I may say, Sharpwing, thank you for bringing this truth out, and I really hope that that everybody here can spread that around to others, because this needs to be heard. And you've certainly given me a lot to think about now about how I should feel about myself and how I want to express myself and be myself. You've definitely given me a lot to think about on that portion.
We can't always look at the grander scheme, but when we do, the only question we need to ask ourselves in that entirety of the grand scheme is if any of it truly matters. All this crap being sensationalized by the media, and at the same time, all this fear of the world going to chaos, it's inevitably going to happen. Why not live here and now and in the moment and as our own people, not controlled or indoctrinated by a bunch of other people that want to control us? Why give them that satisfaction? That's all I'm asking.
And I agree with you. Definitely makes me think about why I can't just be me right here and right now. Mic drop.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for sharing your thoughts.
No problem.
Okay.
Later, everyone.
Later. All right. Let's see. Well, nobody else is in the call center, so let's see if there's some things in the chat. You guys got anything else to say?
Any
or
questions?
questions?
Chatties?
Well, not really. I think we got it all out.
Oh yeah.
I think I can top off this entire ideal system I pushed with this. Mourn, don't mourn. Whatever it is, make it your choice, and don't make that choice impede on the choices of others. Do not take control of anyone else but you. And at the same time, if you do live in a world where you'll die fighting for what you believe, your dream, everything you've hoped and wanted, well, then that should just be okay. Because you died fighting for something that you believe in. You were free for one point in your life.
I was about to also suggest too that the takeaway of this is you can do what you want. You can celebrate the lives lost, or you don't. That you have the freedom to do that, and there is the Constitution that allows you to do that. But you cannot really excuse yourself with the Constitution if what you're doing impedes on others' expression of whatever they wish to do, be it mourning or not mourning at all.
You should know this right now. You want to look at the true political construct? The true construct of any government is the middle class. And the middle class are people like you and me. People that went out of their way or had family members that went out of their way to go through years of suffering just to make it to a life of stability. Those people are the consumer class, and they will steer these businesses and these governments and everything. We have the choice to refuse to buy. We have the choice to refuse to vote. We have the choice to refuse to pay, even if they throw us behind bars. That doesn't matter. That intimidation should not be what controls us. Right now, we need to be willing to stand up and simply just say, fuck it. The world's going to shit in a handbasket, and somebody needs to have the balls to take that whiplash. Society decides the laws, and we need to decide where we draw the line because we are society. If we're tired of this, then we need to do something about it. Not expect some politician or some government official or some guy in a suit or even some big scientist like Elon Musk to solve it for us. Someone like Elon Musk is only succeeding because he chased his own ambitions and did the impossible because he wanted to do the impossible. We can all do that too if we believe in ourselves and believe in the people that believe in us and work to inspire one another. Even the man sitting here right now, just speaking the words to be your own person is helping you. And we should all realize that we all play a pinnacle role in life and that nobody is worthless and nobody is valueless. Stupidity is our cancer, but that stupidity should be shunned and mourned upon because it makes all of us less free. And I'm not talking about challenging the political norm or the societal norm. I'm talking about doing something monstrous and calling it what's right just because your society thinks so. Sometimes your society is skewed and controlled by a vocal minority that doesn't know what the fuck they're talking about. And then everybody will listen to that vocal minority pretending it's the majority of people because they're the only people that are heard. And suddenly we blindly start believing that we're listening to the in crowd. The point I'm trying to make here is we all have control of our lives and we can't let people tell us what to do. I'm not encouraging you to go out and break the law right now, but what I am telling you is if you look down deep inside of yourself and you think something is wrong, you should say something. You should speak up. You should do something. That's the kind of people we need in order for this generation to be fixed. The government's not going to fix it. Politics aren't going to fix it. Hell, the scientists aren't going to fix it unless we choose to listen. We're not going to fix it unless we choose to listen to each other. We need to band together. Friends, family, love, lust, all of the fucking things that society thinks are wrong. We need to band together to defend those things. Destiny, fate, dreams. These unstoppable ideals exist in the heart of every man. As long as there are people that seek freedom in this life, these things will never vanish from the earth. Never. We fight for our dreams and we look to the skies dreaming for the impossible because we view ourselves as more than just animals, people, bending to the will of society like sheep. And it's not even society, it's the government at this point. The government has no outlook for society. We all want to be our own people, and we just haven't had the balls to stand up and say, enough, I'm not going to play your game anymore. When are we going to choose to say that is the question? There's a lot to think about. And I'm not pressuring you guys to listen to me. I am pressuring you guys to listen to yourselves. What's at the bottom of your heart? Don't do as grandma or grandpa does if grandma and grandpa think that stoning gay people in the street is right and you don't. Do what you think is right.
I say that we can conclude on that pretty positive note. Wouldn't you say?
Yes.
I say we
Yes.
should. Not only that, my bladder's calling, and I don't want to deal with the pain of it. So might as well conclude it on that note then. So, thank you all for listening. This is Gonzo with Kiba, Sarah, and
Wolf.
Sharpwing.
Just remember, jacking off once a
Yes. And remember, keep your dicks nice and clean. She's always watching.
She's always watching.
Well, this is Gonzo, hoping you guys have a nice evening, and we'll be hopefully back to regular schedule programming when Molly comes back and finally schedules another stream. So
I just drew a red mark on my back.
okay, I'm just going to end it on that. Good night, good luck, and we'll probably hang out in the call center. Maybe not. We might even have a Cards Against Humanity game. Who knows? But for right now,
No, dicks.
good night.